Hi, I'm Jan Schaffers, designer at Feadship Studio De Voogd.
Bas Nederpelt, responsible for commercial within Feadship. Project Freedom started over a year ago, early 19, where I met a client who owns a Feadship, and even if you own a Feadship, there's always something to dream about. So we started talking about a bigger Feadship of 60 to 65 meters. He wanted a boat with a lot of possibilities.
So Bas, what makes this project special for you?
What makes it really special is that here we have the opportunity to also bring in a lot of our own ideas, and having a client as a sparring partner, but also a client who looks beyond his own wishes. So it's really, we brought in the client in the team, and who allowed us to bring to the table all kind of ideas we had over the years, things which work, and try to make it better. So it is different than we normally do when we start with a blank sheet of paper and just listen to the client. Here we are, let's say, sparring partners on the project. That's really special.
And to bring our own expertise on board the boat, yeah.
So it needed to be, let's say, a modern Feadship, which is beautiful now, but also beautiful 20 years from now. And that's where you came in. How did you work that out?
To make it timeless, I think I always look at the proportions a lot to get the stacking right, the height stacking, but also the tumble home, and to make it a sleek and long yacht. To first get the proportions right, and then think about the exact lines where you want to create tension in the volumes or release it to get that snappy thing which makes your ticker go.
I know it would not be a lot of fun for you to always do the same yacht.
I don't know how.
Not typical for Feadship.
No, it's quite hard how, yeah. No, we always try to find the specific feeling of the client and try to communicate with the client to see if we design something which they can make their own. Yeah. So you listen and respond and go back and forth and find common ground with the client.
So it's a boat without normal propulsion engines. So the boat has just diesel generators, the latest generation, and then azimuthing thrusters. So it's the newest future-proof propulsion possible. We've been talking about the project, but I think we are seated next to a model of it. Can you tell us more about it?
So this is one of the options we can do. This is basically the main design we want to show to the clients, and from there we can vary. With a long, from front to back going shear line all the way to the back, and especially what I like is the elegant stacking in this size, which makes the proportions very nice and makes it easy to vary with the lines and style it differently, for instance. So it's well balanced, I feel, and it creates a lot of options to change the styling, but still keep it right.
Well, this is just one of the ideas we worked out.
For instance, we could this window line we could divide in separate windows. We could incorporate this one to be in one body, so you could remove this shear knuckle line. You could make these dodgers entirely round. You could make this squared off. That's also a possibility. You could raise it, which actually changes the volume, raise this line a bit and lower that, but I would stick to approximately these volumes because it's also, of course, the view out. It's an inside-outside story, so I try to balance all the luxury areas, which are approximately here, 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 and down here, to balance them that it also works in the profile.
You were just saying inside out. It's maybe a nice idea to ask someone who looked at the inside a lot.
Yeah, good idea.
Shall we call Francesca?
Yeah, do you remember when, why and when you approached FM exactly, when you approached Francesca?
Yeah. It was earlier this year with FM Architettura, with Francesca. We work on other Feadship projects. So what do you remember from that, Francesca?
Every time we were speaking among the team, the word freedom was a great expression for us, for all of us. So, and I think a beautiful yacht like this is a perfect vehicle to achieve freedom.
Yes, I'm very happy that to hear that you can create your vision, because I envisioned the main architecture to give you enough freedom to explore your vision and create all these different nice designs on the interior. So could you take us through the boat from bottom up what you envisioned?
So the vision is not only talking about style, but talking about experience. We want to give a unique experience to our owners, and this unique experience is to find areas to reinvigorate, recharge, connect, and of course find their inner balance. So, walking through inside the vessel, we individuate, I think, my most favorite area, which are the garden suite, that are suite connected by an inside garden. And I think this will give the possibility not only to enjoy the sea, but enjoy the nature and touch and feel this area. Another area that I like very much that we create is the holistic garden.
What can you do in a holistic garden? I guess not gardening.
In the holistic garden, of course, you can practice your yoga section. So there will be a yoga studio. You can have your massage, of course, your sauna. So, and of course, there will be a beautiful open door to breathe open air and to enjoy the sea.
And Jan, if you want to have a real swim, what did you do to make that possible?
Except from the sea?
Except from the nicest pool.
The nicest pools you have? Yeah. No, we have there are options where you can put in the 65 meter a huge pool. We also have an option to have stairs to go down into the sea, even swim stairs. And what I liked about the proposals Francesca made is also there are options where the pool has a skylight into the beach club or into the also kind of a garden area, which will create an amazing light effect into the lower deck area.
Francesca, we want to thank you, and I also think we had a lot of fun so far, but it's only the start. We'll make something very special. Thanks so much.
Thank you to you to give us this possibility to us. Thank you so much.
Bas, do you remember the reactions of the client at our first meeting?
I still remember that he said, "This is so much fun, this must be a boat, the perfect boat, which should appeal to other people." And that's when we started to introduce this idea to other potential clients, experienced owners who want to do the next step.
How did they react when you showed this to them?
They like what they see, and still they have the possibility to make it very personal. Focus on sports or focus on relaxation or partying. It's all possible.
So this was Project Freedom. Question to you, and please leave your reaction in the comments. What does freedom on a Feadship mean to you? Bas, what does it mean to you?
And so the best place in the world, plenty of possibilities to have fun, to do exercise, food and party, that's freedom. So it's like the paradise moment. What is your freedom moment on board a Feadship?
I see myself on this particular project sailing into this very remote bay, sitting at the teppanyaki bar and having a beer.
It's always good beer o'clock, huh? Yeah.
So that's it. Thank you and bye.
Thanks, bye.